Hello and welcome back to the class again. Dear students, as you all know that to understand any work of English in a better way, we must have a basic grammar knowledge. So a part of our poetry and prose lessons, we are going to look at some grammar lessons also. In this context, today I have come to you with an important topic, that is adjective. So in this class, today we are going to learn the kinds of adjectives. So let's start. You may have heard the definition that adjective is a word which modifies or qualifies a noun or a pronoun in a sentence. In a simple way, we can say that adjective is a describing word. Let's see these examples. A sweet apricot, a white sheep, a Ladakhi woman, a beautiful house. As you can see that the words sweet, white, Ladakhi and beautiful are modifying the nouns or telling more about the nouns apricot, sheep, women and house. Before going to the kinds of adjectives, let us understand the two main uses of adjectives. One is known as attributive use and the second one is known as predicative use. When an adjective modifies or qualifies a noun or a pronoun in a direct way, it is called attributive use. In this case, we place the adjective just before the noun. See, for example, India is a big country. I want some sweet apricots. Ali is a smart boy. So in these examples, you can see that the word big is describing the country. It is telling us about the size of country. The sweet is telling the taste of apricot. And the word smart is describing the quality of the boy, which is a noun in the sentence. You can easily notice that we have placed the adjectives just before the nouns. Big country, sweet apricot, smart boy. So here, these adjectives are directly qualifying the nouns. In the predicative use, an adjective qualifies a noun or a pronoun in an indirect way through a verb or a predicate. Remember, we do not place any noun or pronoun after the adjective in this case. See, for example, the apricots are sweet. The sky is blue. She is brave. In these examples, you can see the adjectives sweet, blue and brave are qualifying the nouns apricot, sky and she through verbs is and are. The apricots are sweet. The sky is blue. She is brave. Let's go to the kinds of adjectives. There are 8 kinds of adjectives. Those are descriptive adjective or adjective of quality, proper adjective, quantitative adjective, numeral adjective, demonstrative adjective, interrogative adjective, distributive adjective, and possessive adjective. Let's know about the descriptive adjectives. The adjectives which describe the quality or the state of a person or thing in a sentence, it is called the descriptive adjectives. The words thin, big, small, short, bright, dark, honest, good, bad are kinds of descriptive adjectives. Let's try to understand through these examples. Mr. Abul is a hardworking teacher. In the next example, Mukhtar is a nice student. In the third example, she went to home with a heavy heart. Let's observe the sentence number 1. Here the word hardworking is an adjective which is describing the teacher, noun. What kind of teacher Mr. Abul is? He is a hardworking teacher. In the second example, even without using the word nice, the sentence is providing information about Mukhtar. Mukhtar is a student. But the word nice is an adjective which is describing the quality of the noun student. Mukhtar is a nice student. In the third example, she went to home with a heavy heart. So the word heavy heart is a descriptive adjective which is describing the emotional state of the girl. Next is proper adjective. The proper adjectives are derived from proper nouns. Let us make proper adjectives from these proper nouns. For example, we have the word India. So what do we call the people who live in India? Indian. So India is a proper noun and Indian is a proper adjective. Kargil is a proper noun. Kargili is a proper adjective. Ladakh is a proper noun and Ladakhi is a proper adjective. Let's try to understand through some examples. He likes Indian festivals. Kargili apples are very sweet. Jabro is a Ladakhi dance. In sentence number 1, the word Indian is a proper adjective. which is telling us more about the festival, which is a noun. He likes festivals, but what kind of festivals he likes? He likes Indian festivals. Kargili apricots are very sweet. Jabro is a Ladakhi dance. Even without the word Ladakhi, the sentence is complete. Jabro is a dance. But when we use the word Ladakhi, which is a proper adjective, we come to know that Jabro is a Ladakhi dance. So the words Indian, Ladakhi, Kargili, Chinese, Japanese, Kashmiri are examples of proper adjectives. The next one is quantitative adjectives. The adjectives which tell us how much a thing is meant is called quantitative adjectives. We use quantitative adjectives with abstract noun or material nouns. The words some, enough, sufficient, little, more are examples of quantitative adjectives. Let us see through some examples. I want some sugar. In the second example, there were enough time for the students to study during lockdown period. In the third example, we had sufficient food available during winter months. Let's see the example 1. I want some sugar. Here the word some is a quantitative adjective, which is telling us the quantity of sugar. And in the second sentence, enough is telling us about the time. And the word sufficient is also a quantitative adjective, which is telling us the quantity of food. The next one is numeral adjectives. Numeral adjectives tell us the number and order of persons or things. These adjectives further divided into two groups. One is definite adjective of number and second one is indefinite adjective of numbers. The definite adjective of numbers tell us the exact number of person and things. The words 1, 2, 3, first, second, third are examples of definite adjective of numbers. Let's try to see some examples. There are 66 villages in Kargil. In the second example, one person died in quarantine due to infection. In the third example, she studies in 5th standard. Fourth example, Muhammad got the first position. So in these sentences we can see, for example, the word 66 shows the exact number of villages. And in the second sentence, 1 is showing the exact number of people died in quarantine. And same like that, the words 5th and 1st are showing the exact orders. The indefinite adjective of numbers tell us the numbers without saying it exactly. Let's try to see through these examples. He ate many apples. There were few people in the garden. Most of children like Chinese foods. For example, in sentence 1, the word many is telling us the number of apples he has eaten. But exactly we do not know how many apples he has eaten. In the second example, we know that there were more than one people in the garden, but we do not know exactly how many people were there. In the third example, most of children like Chinese food. So, we do not know exactly how many children like Chinese food. So, the words many, few, most are examples of indefinite adjective numbers, which is telling us the numbers but not in the exact way. Here you may have a little confusion between the quantitative adjective and indefinite adjective numbers. So let's make it clear. We use quantitative adjective with uncountable nouns, which definitely won't tell us the exact numbers. For example, some water, more tea, etc. On the other hand, we use indefinite adjective numbers with the countable nouns when we do not have to show the exact numbers. For example, some people, more boys, etc. Let's try to see through these examples. Look at these pair of sentences. I called him several times. Several boys were roaming in the park. In the first sentence, I called him several times. So here the several word is used as a quantitative adjective because we have used it with an abstract noun, which is time. In the second example, we have used several. Again, several boys were roaming in the market. So here the word several is an indefinite adjective, which we have used with a countable noun. In the next example, I want more water, or gradually more people joined the party. So in these two sentences, we have used the word more as an adjective. In the first example, The word more is used as quantitative adjective. We have used it with the noun water, which is an uncountable noun. In the second example, we use the same word here as an indefinite adjective number. In the last example, she wants some tea or he wants some books. So again we use the same adjective. In the first sentence, we use the word some as quantitative adjective with the noun tea, which is an uncountable noun. Same like that, we use the word same as indefinite adjective in the last sentence. He wants some books. So we have seen that some adjectives can be used as quantitative as well as indefinite adjective numbers according to the sense in which we use them. So this is all about today's class. We have learned 4 adjectives in this class. The rest 4 we will look in the next video. Till then, thank you very much for watching, and if you like it, please share it and subscribe the channel.